cognitive because you hear these buzzwords all the time, you hear people talking about them and playing with them. And the closest analogy I could give you is that think about sort of the way our own human brains work. At sort of the lowest level of our brain is where we are autonomically just controlling our nervous system and our heart rate and whatnot. That's sort of like machine learning. Above that is artificial intelligence, where we start to assemble different forms of machine learning, neural networks, and we make higher level decisions. And then cognitive, where we do very complex reasoning, sort of frontal lobe stuff as humans, is really what Watson does at its best. Yes, it does machine learning and AI like many other competitors, but it's really those cognitive capabilities and its ability to interact with humans. Very simple example in healthcare would be, you can use machine learning to look at a skin lesion and make a pretty accurate prediction as to whether that skin lesion is melanoma cancer or not. That's sort of very low level. On the other hand, take as our one partner colleague does, a chest scan of the cardiovascular system and look at multiple blood vessels for blockage in a complex moving environment. That is AI. That is a very complex environment. Cognitive would be if you bring in all of the electronic medical records for the patient, hundreds of millions of medical records for patients like that, and all the medical literature, and reason across all of that. That is cognitive. So that's sort of the levels that we're talking about. There are huge opportunities at every one of these levels for all of us as we get into this decision support arena. Now let me sort of then talk a bit about the architecture of Watson in our cloud and what we're doing with it, because I think it's very important for you to understand this and have this image in your mind. And each of you will choose to play in different ways with this ecosystem and this platform that we're building. But make no mistake, it is the most powerful enterprise cognitive cloud platform on the planet, bar none. And let me explain why. First and foremost is the cloud. As Ginny said, it's industrial enterprise strength cloud. From a security, from privacy, there's high performance compute, data integrity, conversation capability, and on and on and on. That is where Watson lives. By the way, if you want Watson, this is the only place you can get it, is on the IBM cloud, because they're truly inseparable today, and as we advance both technologies, the technologies of Watson and the cloud, they will be completely inseparable in the future, as we go right down to the metal and start to accelerate our cloud. Underneath that is the foundation, and that foundation is data. Watson, I always say, no one loves Watson more than me, but Watson knows nothing until it's fed data. And the more data it's fed, the smarter it gets. So underlying this is data. Some is data that we as IBM bring to you. If you're in the healthcare industry, financial services, and other industries, we have underlying data sets. In IoT, the underlying data set of weather from the weather company that we acquired is a very, very powerful data set. Public data sources, whether it's the US patent database, which Watson has consumed all patents in the US system, so it knows all human discovery to this point. Geological surveys, and on and on and on. Partner-provided data, client-provided data that comes into this, through our partnerships. And all of these data sets then are worth much, much more than the sum of the parts. Time and time again, we see the synergies between private data that we hold and data that a partner has in their private data sets. And there's tremendous synergies that we derive from this. Then we expose this capability in a number of different ways, really 3 different ways. First, we inject this cognitive AI capability into our existing cognitive solutions and other software solutions. Classic example Ginny also mentioned was putting Watson into our security systems alongside our QRadar. If you're a security partner, this is really, really exciting. No one has anything like this capability today. What does Watson in cybersecurity do? It takes the malware network data feeds and anomalies out of our QRadar system, It constantly scans the web and the blogs for what are CISOs talking about, brings those two things together and can cull out what is a real signal and what isn't. What is a real cyber attack, what isn't, and most importantly then, what does someone in a cyber control center, security control center, do with that? We just had a client that had a number of detections of malware in their systems. Their cyber experts went at it for about a day and a half and concluded, you know what? It's a false positive. It's not real. We had Watson do it. In 3 minutes, Watson said, not only is that real, but it's also infected all of your systems throughout your company. And that turned out, unfortunately, to be the facts. So, day and a half to minutes, wrong to right. Again, the power of this is absolutely incredible. We're also focusing on industries. We're focusing on healthcare, financial services, Internet of Things, and education. We think these are industries that are really ripe for transformation through cognitive capability. We have partners in all of these areas, clients. Many of you are working in these areas. I met several in environmental IoT earlier, several are here from healthcare, education. Enormous opportunities in these vertical segments for us all to succeed.